Micah Parsons just got traded to the Green Bay Packers, and we need to talk about this. Now, of course, this trade happened right when I was leaving for our volleyball game yesterday, but this is fucking crazy, guys. Cowboys are trading three-time All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons, he said Packers, as you see in this tweet, to the Green Bay Packers, and they've agreed to a four-year, $188 million contract. That's going to make him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. This deal is nuts, in my opinion. From a Browns fan that just saw Myles Garrett just get paid $40 million a year, Mike is now beating that by $6 million a year. $46 million a year. But he's in his prime. He's 26 years old. That this is an absolute bargain. I mean, let's go ahead and get into the trade details on this. Let's go ahead and check out the trade details through Ian Rappaport's tweet here. The Dallas Cowboys will be receiving defensive tackle Kenny Clark and two first-round picks from Green Bay in exchange for Micah Parsons. This is an absolute steal for the Packers. Kenny Clark is an awesome defensive tackle, and granted, he had a probably his worst season in his career last year, and was possibly a cut candidate, not for this year, but the following year for financial reasons and just performance reasons in general. But this is awesome for Green Bay. He's 26 years old in the prime of his career. There's maybe he's at least in the top three defensive players in the NFL right now, and he's gonna do nothing but get better throughout this contract. This contract's gonna get him through at least the end of his peak. So Green Bay, 100% worth it. Two first round picks. I think Dallas could have got more easily from this, but two first round picks that, probably aren't gonna be the best first round picks, probably somewhere in the 20s, if not, 30s, depending on how Green Bay performs this year. This is an absolute steal and no-brainer for the Green Bay Packers. Fills a need that they needed really bad. And overall, Packers fans, I know you have to be jumping up and down right now from this trade because this is an absolute steal for you guys. So congratulations, Packers fans. You guys got a generational player. You got your Reggie White. So it's now or never for you guys, especially with Jordan Love getting paid. You guys got your receiver. You guys really attacked all your needs that you needed this year. And Micah Parsons is just icing on the cake. He's going to be the reason, he's going to push you guys over the top. He's going to be the reason the Packers are going to be considered a very serious Super Bowl contender now. So I'm very excited for Packers fans. It sucks that Jair Alexander couldn't have stayed during this because this would have made this trade and this defense, I think, 10 times better. And that's the one area I still think the Packers need to address, whether it's going to be the trade deadline, and just drafting in general. Obviously, they're not going to have first round picks for this upcoming draft and the draft after, but corner is something that they definitely need to address, and I'm curious to see how they plan on doing so. But let's go ahead and get into the Cowboys now. So, as everyone probably knows that's watching this video, Micah Parsons requested a trade from the Dallas Cowboys after Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys were not talking about his contract negotiations. They ended up talking about it. It got nowhere. Jerry Jones didn't want Micah's agent being involved. Obviously, that's never a good sign in the NFL at all. Everyone has an agent. That's what the agent is paid to do, is to be there for the players, help them get paid, get their contract, make sure there's no, raw ends of the contract and that their player is getting the best possible contract that they can get from the team or in general. And for Jerry Jones to try to do this without Micah's agent, in my opinion, I think is very scummy. And I've always kind of thought Jerry Jones is scummy. He's done a lot for the NFL in the past, especially if you've watched the new Netflix series on the Cowboys, which, by the way, I highly recommend going and watching. It's no plug or anything, but highly recommend going and watching that Netflix documentaries or docu-series, I guess you could call it. It was really cool seeing how Jerry Jones really evolved the NFL in general, the business side. He made the NFL a business. So that was very cool to watch. Anyways, back on topic though. This is such an L for the Dallas Cowboys. They lost their best defensive player by far in the prime of his career for only two first round picks that are going to be late first round picks. And then Kenny Clark, who's I think he's 30 years old right now, and just coming off the worst year of his career. Like I said before, Kenny Clark is not a scrub whatsoever. And granted, he might help their run defense. Because as you see in this tweet that I have up here, that was Jerry Jones's big talk in his press conference was that they needed to stop the run. I don't know how Micah Parsons does not help that at all, but I guess Jerry Jones doesn't believe that. So uh, I personally think Jerry Jones needs to get out of the GM spot and hire a GM to, manage the team. Jerry Jones is the owner; he can run the team, but there's no reason for him to be the general manager. And clearly, looking at his previous draft picks, minus Micah, he just doesn't have it anymore. And it shows now that because this happened with Dak, this happened with CD. I think really the only player this did not necessarily happen with is Trayvon Diggs, and that contract's looking really bad right now, personally. But I don't know why he kept waiting. This could have got done back in April, and it wouldn't have gotten to where it got. I mean, now Micah's getting paid $46 million a year. Jerry gets this done back in March, April when, they wanted to get it done. I know Micah wanted to get it done around like Super Bowl time even. Uh, this could have been, I mean, this is a $10 million difference per year. I mean, that's significant amount. I mean, especially if you're paying Dak Prescott almost 60 million a year, and then you just paid CeeDee Lamb a ton of money, and you're paying a ton of money to Trayvon Diggs, who can barely stay on the field. I mean, this is a really bad move from Dallas. So Dallas not only loses Luka, they also lose Micah Parsons 8 months later, or within an 8 month span, I should say, not 8 months later. But man, I really feel for Dallas fans right now. Uh, Green Bay, I think you're getting a great player, even though he's a Penn State guy. I'm an Ohio State guy. I love Micah Parsons. I think he's awesome. Um, and he's going to do wonders for the Green Bay Packers. I'm really curious to see what number he gets because I know number 11 is worn by Jaden Reed, I believe. So I wonder if Micah's going to want to keep number 11 or if he's going to want to switch. Because in college he wore number 11, Dallas Cowboys, number 11. I'm wondering if he's going to switch it up or keep it the same. But I I just don't get Jerry Jones at all. Jerry Jones needs to take a step back. And this trade is an example why. And I think all Dallas fans and really all NFL fans in general see this and know this because Jerry just doesn't have what it takes anymore. And this all makes perfect sense, especially if you didn't know before that Netflix docuseries came out. Jerry Jones is a very power hungry person. He wants to get all the deals done himself. He wants to approve everything himself. And granted, to an extent, I get it. If someone's spending my money, I want some say in it. But you weren't a football guy to begin with. Granted, you played college football, but this this isn't your realm, Jerry. This isn't your realm. There's a reason why you guys have not been back to the NFC championship game since 1995. The only team in the NFC to not reach the championship game within the last, what would that be? I don't even remember how long that is. 1995. 30 years. Literally 30 years it's been since you've been in the NFC championship game. You were owner of the team. I just don't get it. I don't get how you let a talent like that walk out, especially when you already have so much money invested into your team. Your best player is the one that you choose not to pay. Is just mind-boggling to me. I mean, at this point, you might as well look at trading CeeDee Lamb, and I don't know what you do with Dak Prescott because there's not going to be many teams in the NFL that are going to be willing to pay him $60 million dollars other than the Dallas Cowboys. So Dallas is an absolute mess. And Green Bay, you're thriving. You're doing good. All you had to do is give up two first round picks that are going to be low end first round picks. Even if shit hits the fan, I mean, what, they're mid low 20s? I mean, Green Bay is still going to be good. So if I have to give this trade a grade, Packers, you're going to get an A plus. This is a no-brainer. Congratulations on getting a generational talent. Dallas, I don't even know what to say because I want to give you guys an F, but and I think people would agree with me on giving you an F, but you got two first round picks, you got Kenny Clark. I'll give you a C minus at the best. Just a lot of it's going to depend at the end of the day. I mean, we might have to revisit this trade 2 years later, see where these first round picks end up. If you get lucky and it turns into a Herschel Walker trade, congratulations. Then you made me look like a fool on this video. But I highly doubt that's happening because those instances don't just magically happen. So Green Bay Packers get an A plus. Dallas Cowboys C minus in this trade. Very excited for week one. We're gonna have another podcast coming out Wednesday morning, going over week one. We'll do our pick'ems, everything like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But until then, take it easy. Peace.